Hey everyone, it's Ryzen.
And Liz.
Welcome to the meaningless Patriots-Bills game. Where we, at home, you know, where it's Bills and Patriots, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever. It's a meaningless game. Ben Brown's out with a concussion. He wouldn't play anyway. Cole Strange took his job. Christian Gonzalez out with a concussion. Whoop-de-doo, I wouldn't play him anyway, even if he was cleared.
Yeah, exactly.
Jabril Peppers out with a hamstring.
Whatever.
Probably wouldn't play him anyway. Jalen Polk out with a shoulder. I don't know how a guy who has almost no catches hurts his shoulder. What did you trip on your route? Did you barely know how to run? No, I'm sorry, the guy's useless. He should be cut at the end of the year. He should be. We can't do this thing of maybe he'll get good in 3 years with Tyquan Thornton or N'Keal Harry. We can't do it, and he's been even worse than those two.
Yeah, I agree. At least those two would catch passes.
They would have flashes of maybe there's something there. There's been nothing with Polk. You gotta move on.
Yeah. He caught 1 touchdown. Ooh. That's all he did.
He caught 2 touchdowns. One of which was a schemed play.
Exactly. They weren't anything impressive.
The one was okay, but the other one was just a schemed play. I don't even think he caught 100 yards.
No. I don't think so.
And Baker's even worse. He should also be caught, by the way. Hasn't even caught a pass on a team that's terrible.
Yeah.
Please take the best available receiver next time. Not, oh, well, he doesn't fit our scheme. No. You take the best available receiver, period.
It should be pretty easy with basically the number 1 pick.
Because you have no good receivers, including Demario Douglas, by the way. Oh, you got a lot of faith in him, huh? What's he done for you?
This season?
Basically nothing.
Yeah.
He's a mediocre slot receiver, at best. And you had a chance to get an elite slot receiver.
Yeah.
And you chose not to.
And they passed.
Okay. Good decision there, Elliott Wolf. Kyle Duggar's questionable with his ankle. Hunter Henry's questionable with his foot. Again, I wouldn't play him anyway. You got to see if Jaheim Bell has anything. Anthony Jennings with his knee. Titus Leo with his ankle. A guy who's barely played anyway. Drake May with his hand. Again, I wouldn't play him anyway, even if he was healthy.
They're going to.
I know he's going to, but my guess is he's going to play a series.
Yeah.
Or a quarter.
And then just Milton the rest of the
Yeah, you got to
game.
put Milton in there because the game is meaningless. In fact, it hurts you to win it.
It really does.
Taki with his knee. I not only wouldn't play Taki, I'd cut Taki after the crap he said. And he hasn't backpedaled on it. At least Wise had the sense to backpedal on it.
Yeah, some of the guys. This is, again, one of the reasons that Mayo should be fired. He's got no control over what these players say on social media.
He's got no control at all.
No control over the team.
I mean, you got Jalen Polk bragging that he's the best receiver in football repeatedly.
Like,
bro,
what are you doing?
To this day.
Bro, what are you doing? You're not even close.
Not only is he not the best, he's had the worst rookie wide receiver season of like a second-round pick ever in NFL history.
Yeah, so why are you talking all this smack, bro? You're terrible.
And when he was drafted, the one thing that was promised was, oh, he's got good behavior.
No, he doesn't.
He does?
I don't see it. Do you?
He's the biggest spoiled little brat I've ever seen.
Really?
At least Thornton was a nice guy. This guy is a piece of crap.
Yeah. Spoiled brat. Really. The definition of a spoiled brat.
Seriously. I mean, please cut him. For the sake of the culture of the team, you've got to cut him.
Yeah. That's why we need somebody they just need to clean house at the end of the season.
Because Elliott Wolf is obviously attached to Polk succeeding because he picked him in the second round like an idiot.
Yeah.
Trading away basically McConkley.
Right. Literally. They literally
for the 2 worst receivers in the draft. And I'm sorry, that's the reality. Baker and Polk are the worst receivers in the draft.
Yeah.
And it's not close.
They traded those picks with the Chargers, which then the Chargers used to go get McConkley.
To get
and a good corner.
Very good receiver.
A very good receiver.
Who's not just a slot receiver, unlike what the Patriots claimed. But whatever.
McConkey is arguably a very good rookie. A very good player.
He's got 1,000 yards.
He's very good.
He's probably the 4th or 5th best rookie receiver in the league this year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, Neighbors is better and Harrison is better, and then I'm struggling from there. Like
I am too. I don't know who else is better. Those are like
he's probably
top 3.
Probably 3, 4, or 5.
Yeah.
He's in the top 5.
Oh, for sure he is. Ridiculous.
And you chose not to take him. I'm sorry, that's fireable.
Yeah.
It's fireable.
Oh, there's so many instances of that with this team. Like the year they picked Harry, and there were other guys right there.
I know.
Right there next to him.
But even Harry had an elite season compared to this.
Yeah, it's true.
He caught, 200 yards? He had a touchdown taken away from him.
Yeah, I know he did. In the Chiefs game. Everybody remembers that play.
At least he had effort. He gave a damn.
Yeah.
And he worked.
Yeah.
And he could block. He actually busted his ass out there.
These guys don't do anything right.
It feels like Jalen Polk doesn't even care. He doesn't even work.
Yeah. Spoiled brat is what it comes down to. And I don't know if it's a Gen Z thing or what.
I don't know what it is, but it's
entitlement.
If that's the guy that you say has a good attitude, what's a guy that has a bad attitude?
I have no idea. I know.
That kind of behavior is unacceptable, and it should lead to him being cut.
It's not professional
Period.
at all. It's not professional.
No. Get him off of social media, and if he refuses, you cut him.
Anyways, let's continue on here.
Terrell Bernard is out for the Bills. Who cares? Curtis Samuel's questionable with a rib. Who cares? Josh Allen's going to play probably like a quarter.
That's what they've said.
He's trying to keep his... They actually didn't want to play him at all, and he wants to keep his starting consistent record going, which is fine.
He'll play a quarter, a series, or something.
And then it's Trubisky, and you think the Patriots are being Mitch Trubisky? Because I don't. They've already lost to him before.
That's true.
They got creamed by him, I think it was last year. So, they're not beating Buffalo's backups. The only reason they were competitive in the first game is because Buffalo didn't take them seriously. They had just gotten through a stretch of 3 brutal games.
Right.
Saw the Patriots as a break, and basically played actually worse than their level, basically.
They played, as Mayo would say, soft.
Yeah, they basically didn't care.
They
realized they didn't even have to take it seriously to win.
Right.
The Chargers took it seriously, and they're the first team that really took the Patriots seriously.
Yeah, because
guess what happened?
Yeah, they wiped the floor with us.
The game was over in like a quarter.
Yeah. Yep.
So, I suspect the Bills' backups are going to do that. Now, they might not do that as badly.
They have nothing to play for.
But a lot of these guys are trying to get, paid or maybe get traded or whatever.
Right.
So
Pad their stats, basically.
they're going to cream New England.
Right.
With the worst defense in the league. I mean...
Yeah, frankly, the Patriots should just stand there, basically, and lose.
I mean, I can preview what they should do, but who cares? Like, the game literally means nothing. It hurts you to win. Your coaching staff should logically be fired due to how poor that Chargers game was.
Yeah, they all should be fired.
And Elliott Wolf should be fired for picking the 2 worst receivers in the draft. The entire front office should be cleaned out. The scout team should be gone because they're evaluating players in ways that I don't understand anymore.
I don't either. I haven't understood the way they've done it for years.
I mean, they thought Cole Strange was the number 1 pick.
No.
He was a 5th-round prospect. They thought Tyquan Thornton was a 2nd-rounder. He was a 4th-rounder prospect.
Who's now on a practice squad somewhere, I think.
He's on Kansas City practice squad doing nothing. And he'll never do anything. He's not a good player.
Mm-hmm.
And then somehow they've been getting worse because they evaluated Jalen Polk as a 2nd-rounder.
A high 2nd-rounder, too.
I mean, to be fair, the rest of the league had him as a late 2nd-rounder, which is still insane.
I know.
He's a 7th-round pick at best.
Right. Honestly, he's probably a nothing-round pick, frankly.
He rightly should be undrafted.
Frankly,
he's a horrendous player.
Right.
And so is Baker.
Yeah, both of them have done absolutely nothing to help this team.
I mean, you look at the draft, and who did he draft that's any good? Drake May. Marcellus Dial is a good special team player. I'll give him that one.
That's about it. Really.
Caden Wallace did okay when he came in last week, so maybe they make something out of him, and maybe they make something out of Robinson.
He's been okay as a guard.
As a left guard, maybe if you can transition him there. Everybody else has been completely useless.
Yeah.
That's not good.
No, it's not.
Especially when one of them's your 2nd-round pick that's been useless. And frankly, I'm not even sure Caden Wallace or Lane Robinson can be anything other than a backup. And that's not good.
Yeah, I don't know what's going to happen with those guys next year.
So you really have 2 picks in the draft that landed. A special teamer and your quarterback. And frankly, I'm sorry, I'm not giving him credit for a quarterback that was a number 1 quality quarterback that was just sitting there at number 3.
Right.
Because you got a fluky year, basically.
Right, you got lucky.
So, a monkey could have literally done that.
Yeah, right. Seriously.
I mean, if he had traded that pick, he should have been fired on the spot.
Oh, I would have. I would have fired him from the draft room.
So, I mean, you get the number 1 pick. Maybe you can get a couple of first-round picks. And you can still take...
If a team even decides to do that.
Hunter, Williams, or Tet. The left tackle or the one of the 2 receivers.
Yeah, that's what they have to do.
Well, Hunter's also a corner, but he's capable of being an elite either way.
I think, regardless of what happens, if a team decides... Now, who's going to trade with them is the question for a number 1 pick.
The Giants or the Raiders, probably.
That's what people think, but are they going to actually do that?
Somebody wants to trade up above Tennessee. We're lucky with how the draft board is working right now. Because Tennessee is at number 2 now, and they want a quarterback, and they have their first pick of quarterback, that means the Giants or the Raiders are going to have to basically pay some amount of capital to New England to get the quarterback that is actually good in the year.
I see.
But he's not as good as like Caleb or Drake or Jaden was, so I don't know what they're going to be able to get.
Yeah, I know.
But take what you can get, and then draft one of the 3 really good players, and then go
a
from
non-negotiable for the Patriots is to get Hunter or Tet. It's non-negotiable.
I mean, you could get Williams, who's a good left tackle, but
one of
if
those
you don't
3
get
guys,
one of those 3, you should be fired.
Yeah, it's a failure of a draft if they don't get one of those 3 players. In my personal
Those 3 are guaranteed to be really good players.
Yeah, they'll go bing bang
And
boom.
if those are bad players, then you need to fire your whoever's developing these players.
Yeah.
Because then it's clearly a coaching thing.
These guys will go right in a row in the draft.
And I don't think that can be it, because Drake May's been really good.
Yeah.
I mean, his last game was probably his worst game, and let's be blunt, he got a concussion. I don't know why he was still out there.
Nobody does.
So they say he didn't, but I'm sorry, why did you put him back out there? That's another thing, asset protection. The season was over.
Yeah.
The game was already becoming
out of hand.
Like, it clearly wasn't going well.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what they were trying to
Why
achieve.
did you bring him back out there? Idiotic. Whatever, we'll recap the game of nothing, I guess, afterwards. There's really nothing to do with it, nothing to say. The game is meaningless.
If they win, it's going to have implications to where they pick in the draft.
Well, I mean, at worst, they pick 4.
Yeah. No, I think they're guaranteed a top 4 pick.
Yes, at worst, they pick 4. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's not a huge deal if you win the game, but there's no reason to win the game.
Right.
Because you would get basically an extra pick or 2 if you lose the game.
True.
So you should lose the game.
Exactly.
Yes, you should tank the game. Because look, we can't do this again next year where we're getting worse at the end of the year, where we're winning 3 games, less than Bill Belichick in his last year.
Right. We'll go 3-15, right?
3-14.
3-14.
It's just inexcusable. Completely inexcusable. And I mean, to have a coach that doesn't even understand that he has a challenge flag.
I don't. There's so many things you could criticize. There's so many.
That passes the blame every single time something goes wrong. It's never his fault.
He doesn't
publicly shames players.
He doesn't have the right mindset to be a coach.
Has no control over the locker room. Allows these guys to run rampant on social media. Says he's benching players, then doesn't.
Yeah, he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, he doesn't know what he's doing. And he's very clear that he's way too young to be a head coach. Or inexperienced or whatever.
Yeah, inexperience, yeah.
Whatever. We'll be back for the recap. This is Ryzen.
And Liz.
Thanks for watching. Take care.